Gradually, this is Insight 127, gradually, with persistence on your part, gradually, with persistence on your part, the new freeing information will take over the old habitual behavior. Slowly but surely, continually try to see things as truthfully as possible in order to establish your perception clearly in truth. Your motivation becomes seeing things clearly and truthfully as they are. Clearly see that it is the mind that has to be dealt with. The habitual thinking of the mind is what the battle is about. This was all these things, as you noticed, from inside 123 onward, even before that, to 127. It's like it could have been read in one go, and that's the goal, really. Is the insights are meant to be read one after the other in that format, really. All right, good explanation here. This is a good explanation. At first, this information will be foreign to your understanding. In time, it will be somewhat familiar. Eventually, it will occupy a place in your thoughts, signifying its certain existence. After a while, it will almost be 50%, with its influence on your behavior compared to the old habits. Next, it will be 50%, so that at times you will be sexual, and at times you will be consciously deciding not to be sexual. Next, the information will start to overshadow the old habit. Yeah, so here, so at first, the information is like, you're not familiar with it. Then you start to become somewhat familiar with it. Okay, good. Then you come upon a point in life where the information you realize is certainly true. you know it to be very, very true. It's very vivid and real to you. And another point in life, you start to apply the information in your life, and your behavior, your sexual behavior, your control over your sexual thoughts, and also your sexual behavior of self-pleasure or getting involved in any sexual activity will start to leave its imprint on your behavior in a good way. So many times you will be sexual, but many times you will be conscious not to be sexual, and you won't be sexual. And this will continue on until eventually you're less than 50%. At times you're less than 50% where you're conscious and not sexual, conscious and sexual, And then at some points you get to be, at one point after that, you'll be getting 50%. You'll be just right there. 50% of the time you'll be like, you will get involved in sexual activities, and another time you will not get involved in sexual activities. But in either case, you'll be conscious. Right. And next, the information will start to overshadow the old habit. Yeah. So that's when where it goes above 50%, where you're conscious and not involved in any kind of sexual activity. More than 50% of the time, you don't get involved, and you're conscious of it. And other times, you do get involved in sexual activities while you're conscious. Next, the sexual misinformation from habit will on seldom occasions show its influence. Wow. So you become more and more in charge. Next, you will contain it by 80%, then by 90%, then by 95%, by 96%, and so on, until you have assumed total control. But you have to be actively applying the various techniques and genuinely want to recover a truer perception of people rather than what you have been given by society and by the manipulators' visual displays. Do not be discouraged. There will be many setbacks, and it might take many years, but you will see the step-by-step progress immediately, and you should be encouraged by your definite progress. Take any task You play tennis, you play golf, you play whatever activity you play to become a master at it, to learn it so proficiently. It takes many years. But, at first, almost any activity you pick up is going to be difficult, and you make many faults at it, many mistakes. It will feel unnatural. Take any activity, playing guitar, whatever it is. And then, even the activity of walking. It took you many years just to be able to walk. Well, first stand. So difficult to stand. I've heard some information that it takes 300 muscles coordinated together to be able to stand. 300. That's a lot of muscles to work with just to be able to stand. You see, so with this, just because it takes many years to master it doesn't mean that you should be discouraged. It's like immediately you start making significant headway. At first, of course, it feels unnatural, but then, just like any other activity, you gain proficiency, and your advancement in your skill will be exponential, meaning your progress will be doubled and magnified every time you practice and get good at it. All right.